Burnout to balanced starts with what you put on your plate, especially when life feels heavy. Schedules are packed and your energy is running on fumes. This Burnout to Balanced What to Eat When You're Overwhelmed Midlife Women of Color Edition guide shares simple, nourishing food choices and realistic meal ideas designed to support steady energy, calmer moods, and better focus without dieting or complicated rules. If you are a midlife woman of color navigating stress, perimenopause changes, and daily demands, you'll find practical, culturally flexible tips to help you feel grounded, fueled, and more like yourself again. Hello and welcome to the Holistic Health for Women of Color podcast, where confusion turns into clarity and your daily choices becomes a powerful path to lasting heart health. I am Donna Williams, a certified holistic health coach and founder of holisticbphealth.com. I created this space for busy women of color, professionals, mothers, and women 40 and over who are tired of quick fixes, cookie cutter advice, and feeling like their real lives are never part of the health conversation. Here, your lived experience is the starting point, not an afterthought. Each episode will cut through the noise and focus on what actually works for your body, your culture, and your season of life. My approach is culturally aware, practical, and grounded in real life. Together, we'll turn your own wisdom into simple, sustainable habits so heart health feels less like a struggle and more like an act of self-respect. You'll get clear guidance, doable steps, and compassionate accountability to help you build more energy, more confidence, and more consistency on your terms. This is your safe, judgment-free space to learn, unlearn, and reclaim your health story. You're not starting from scratch. You're starting from experience. Welcome to Holistic Health for Women of Color podcast. Let's begin your journey at holisticbphealth.com. What to eat when you're exhausted, overwhelmed, and running on empty. Hey friend, welcome back to the show. Today, we're talking about something so real for midlife women of color that I'm tired in my bones, kind of tired. Not just sleepy, I mean exhausted, overwhelmed, maybe a little snappy, maybe a little tearful, and definitely trying to keep it together for everybody else. And if you have been feeling like your body is changing the rules on you in midlife, your energy is different, sleep is different, your cravings are different, you're not imagining it. Today's episode talks about what to eat when you're running on empty. Because burnout doesn't just affect your mood. It affects your hormones, your digestion, your blood pressure, your blood sugar, your sleep, and yes, your relationship with food. And I want to say this up front. This is not about perfection. This is not a new diet. This is about support, about nourishment that's realistic in a life where you may be the default parents, the default caregiver, the default employee who always gets it done, the church lady who volunteers, the one who holds the family together. You know what I mean. Also, throughout today's episode, I'll mention my online program, the 30-Day Calm and Pressure Reset for Midlife Women of Color. It's designed for women who are carrying a lot and need a guided reset of the nervous system support, practical habits, and pressure-friendly routines you can actually stick with. If you want to peek at it anytime, the link will be listed within the show here. All right, let's get into it. Why burnout changes how you eat and how food feels. So let's talk about what's going on underneath the surface. When you're burnt out, your body can get stuck in stress mode, fight or flight, freeze, or the one a lot of us know well, function. You're doing the things, but your nervous system is on edge. That usually means stress hormones like cortisols are up, inflammation can be up, and your body gets very picky about how it handles food. And in real life, burnout eating can look like skipping meals because you're busy taking care of everyone else. Living on caffeine because you're fine. Not feeling hungry all day, then eating everything in sight at night. Craving sugar, bread, chips, because quick energy feels like relief. Feeling bloated after meals you used to tolerate. Getting heartburn, indigestion, or that heavy feeling. And culturally, we have extra layers. A lot of midlife women of color were raised to push through, to be strong, to not complain, to keep going. Sometimes we also grew up with messages like, don't waste food, finish what's on your plate, you can rest when everything is done. And you already know everything is never done. In my 30-day calm and pressure reset for midlife women of color, one of the things we address is this exact pattern, the way pressure shows up in the body and the way it quietly shapes our food choices. Because the goal isn't willpower. The goal is calm plus support. Now let's talk about what to eat when you're overwhelmed. Foods that are stabilizing, easy, and actually satisfying. Let's start with blood sugar, the steady energy plate. If you take nothing else from today's episode, take this steady blood pressure equals steady your plate. Let me repeat it. If you take nothing else from today's episode, take this steady blood sugar equals steadier energy, steadier mood, and fewer cravings. Burnout loves spikes and crashes. You grab something quick, it hits fast, and then you're right back in the why am I more tired cycle. So here is your simple formula. Protein, fiber, and healthy fat. That combo slows down the sugar rush and keeps your energy more even. Let's make it practical and culturally flexible. So instead of plain toast, try toast, avocado, and an egg. Or toast, peanut butter, sliced banana, and a sprinkle of cinnamon. Instead of a bag of chips, try roasted nuts and fruits, hummus, crackers, and cucumber slices, Greek yogurt, and berries. And yes, you can do this with foods you actually eat in your culture. Example, beans and rice, or rice and peas as we say in the Caribbean, can be balanced when you add protein and fiber. Like adding a side of greens, or fish, or chicken, or tofu, and watching your portion balance. If you're having plantains, pair them with a protein like eggs or fish and some vegetables. If you're having tortillas or roti, build it with protein and veggie So it's not just starch on starch. And for my I don't have time woman, because I see you, this is why inside the 30-day calm and pressure reset for midlife women of color, we focus on repeatable, simple combos, not fancy recipes. Just what can I assemble in 5 minutes so my body doesn't crash? Because a calm body starts with a steady body. Magnesium, the stress mineral your body begs for. Let's talk about magnesium. Magnesium is like that supportive auntie in the family who says, "Baby, sit down, drink some water, breathe." It supports muscle relaxation, nervous system calm, and sleep. When stress is high, your body can burn through magnesium faster. Magnesium-rich foods like leafy greens, spinach, kale, collards, nuts and seeds, and we're talking pumpkin seeds, chia, almonds, beans and lentils, we're talking bananas, dark chocolate, 70% or higher. Here's some easy ways to get it in without turning your kitchen into a cooking show, because we don't want to have to go cook it. Oatmeal topped with pumpkin seeds. Smoothie with spinach and almond butter. A side of sauteed greens with garlic and olive oil. It's delicious, let me tell you. A square of dark chocolate after dinner. And if you grew up with certain staples like greens, beans, lentils, this is one of those moments where traditional foods can be your advantage. A lot of cultural foods are deeply, deeply nourishing when we bring them back into balance. In my 30-day program, we talk about calm building nutrients like this. But we also pair it with nervous system habits, because food helps and your body also needs signal of safety. That's the reset. Calm from multiple angles. Hydration that actually hydrates, especially under stress. So let's talk about hydration, because exhaustion can mask dehydration. Here are some of the signals of your dehydration. If you're stressed, you may be drinking more coffee, sleeping less, sweating more, holding tension. And all of that changes what your body needs. Sometimes plain water isn't enough because you may be low on electrolytes. A simple option is water with squeeze of lemon and a tiny pinch of sea salt. Also great is our herbal teas like chamomile, hibiscus, ginger, and rooibos. Or broth-based soups if you're not feeling like eating much. Now, real talk. Many women of color are out here managing family histories of high blood pressure, and they've been told, watch salt, without anyone explaining the whole picture. So I want you to be smart and personal about it. If you are salt sensitive or your clinician has you on sodium restriction, skip the salt trick and focus on hydrating foods, soups you control, and mineral-rich produce. Inside the 30-day calm and pressure reset for midlife women of color, we take a pressure-aware approach, supportive, not extreme. Because we're not trying to hack your body. We're trying to take care of it. Burnout digestion, why easy to digest matters. When you're burned out, digestions often slows down. Your digestion slows down. It's a natural thing. That can show up as bloating, constipation, feeling heavy after meals, reflux. Food just sits there. This is why I'm a big fan of warm, cooked, simple meals during high-stress seasons. So you're going to be trying or putting together soups and stews, cooked vegetables instead of raw salads, soft proteins like eggs, fish, shredded chicken, tofu, gentle carbs like sweet potato, oats, quinoa, rice. Culturally, this can be a simple lentil soup or dal, chicken soup with veggies, miso soup with tofu, stewed beans with greens, or congee style rice pudding, rice porridge if that's familiar to you. A burnout friendly meal should feel like it's helping you, not fighting you. And that's a theme in my 30-day reset program too. We're not forcing your body into perfect. We're giving your system relief so it can come back online. Gut support and mood support without making it weird. Stress affects the gut, and the gut affects your mood. So if you have been feeling more anxious, more irritable, or just emotionally thin, food can support you here too. Gentle gut helpers are like yogurt or kefir if you can tolerate dairy, sauerkraut or kimchi, miso, fermented pickles. I love the fermented pickles. It's so crunchy and nice. I want you to start small. You don't need a whole bowl of sauerkraut on day one. If fermented foods aren't part of your cultural norm, that's okay. Instead, focus on fiber, beans, lentils, oats, vegetables, berries, ground flax, or chia in oatmeal or smoothies. And if beans make you gassy, start with smaller portions. Cook them well or try lentils, which many people find it easier to digest. This is the kind of practical troubleshooting we do inside the 30-day calm and pressure reset for midlife women of color, because everybody is different, and the goal is progress you can feel. So small, frequent meals, and I'm talking about grazing with purpose. When you're overwhelmed, big meals can feel like too much. Too much cooking, too much chewing, too much planning. So here's a strategy that works for many women, whether you are a woman of color or not. Small, frequent meals or snacks that are balanced. I call it grazing with purpose. Here are some simple examples. Apple and peanut butter. Boiled eggs and grapes. Hummus, carrots, and crackers. Yogurt, berries, and walnuts. Have a sandwich with turkey or tofu and cucumber slices on the side. This helps prevent the crash and crave cycle. And listen, if you're a woman who's used to not eating all day because you're handling everything for everyone else, this can be a loving shift. Remember, you matter enough to eat. Here's some gentle burnout meals you can repeat. Here's a few simple meal ideas you can repeat this week. We start with breakfast. So warm oats cooked in milk or fortified plant milk. Add some chia seeds, banana, cinnamon, and a spoon of nut butter. For lunch, let's look at lentil soup with spinach or leftovers, beans, greens, and a protein. Dinner, we're talking baked salmon or tofu, roasted broccoli or greens, quinoa or sweet potato. And if you're in a season where cooking is a no-no, rotisserie chicken, bagged salad, and microwavable brown rice, canned salmon, whole grain crackers, and sliced veggies. Frozen veggies, eggs equal quick scramble. Burnout doesn't require you to get it together. It requires you to come back to yourself one supportive choice at a time. If you want structure, guidance, and a calm center plan made specifically for midlife women of color, check out my 30-day calm and pressure reset for midlife women of color. Here, I'll be placing the link here. All right, my friend. Before we wrap up, let's bring it back to simple, doable next steps. Because when you're overwhelmed, you don't need a perfect plan. You need a supportive one. If your body is in burnout mode, your food doesn't have to be fancy. The goal is to steady your energy, calm your nervous system, and give your hormones and brain the raw materials they have been missing. You don't have to eat. You don't have to earn rest. Remember that. You don't have to earn rest. You don't have to be strong at the expense of your health. You don't have to carry it all alone. Midlife for women of color can come with a unique weight of caretaking, cultural expectations, workplace stress, and being the one who keeps everything moving. But your healing matters. Your energy matters. You matter. So here is your one small step for today. Pick one supportive meal or snack you can commit to in the next 24 hours. Just one. Maybe it's a real breakfast. Maybe it's adding protein to lunch. Maybe it's drinking water before your next cup of coffee. One choice that says, I'm coming back to myself. If this episode supported you, share it with a friend who's been running on empty. And if you haven't yet, hit follow and subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. And I'd love to hear from you. What's your go-to overwhelmed meal that still helps you feel grounded? Send me a message or leave a review because your words help this podcast reach more women who need it. As always, this episode is for educational purposes and isn't medical advice. If you have a health condition or take medications, check in with a qualified healthcare professional. Now, I want you to take a deep breath with me. Inhale for 4 and exhale slowly. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're becoming balanced, one nourishing choice at a time. Thank you. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If this episode on burnout to balance, what to eat when you're overwhelmed, Midlife Women of Color edition helped you, share it with a friend who's been carrying too much. I'll talk to you next time on the Holistic Health for Women of Color podcast, because here we're building steady energy, calm, and precious support one step at a time. So bye for now.